Welcome to Mrs. Kasonya's tutoring. I'm Mrs. Kasonya, the navigator on your math magical journey today. Now, today we've got a special type of navigation going here. We're actually going to be working on plotting ordered pairs. We're going to plot these ordered pairs on a coordinate plane. Now, our coordinate plane is going to be our map on which the map that we're going to read in order to figure out how to plot our points. Now, we're on a journey here because I'm the navigator. We're on a journey to, we're taking a trip because we are magical people like that. Now, my navigational tool is going to be our coordinate plane, which shows us the direction that we should move as we're trying to get to our destination. So now, in order to begin that process, I'm going to pull up some navigational tools we'll be using in this coordinate plane to get to our ordered pairs. So when we are doing this, we are using our coordinate plane, just as I said, to show us how we move. Now, we have two different axes that give us direction here, because we're not just out here going all willy-nilly. We've got two different axes. So the first axis is our x-axis. And here it comes. Let me show it to you. This is our x-axis. And it always runs horizontal. Horizontal means left to right. So it's a flat line. Our x-axis tells us how to move from left to the right. Did I do that right? No, I didn't, did I? Let's do it again. The x-axis tells us how to move from the left to the right. So it's telling us which direction we need to go. Now that's just the first part on our ordered pair journey, okay? So we've got that x to y, left to right movement that we're going to use. After we use our left to right movement, we've got another type of movement we want to look at. And that one is our y-axis. Now, our y-axis, can you guess which way it's going to tell us to move? Probably already figured that out if you didn't already know it. There it is. So she's all around here, and I'm trying to get her size down. So let me move her down here so you can see our y-axis a little bit better. So here's our y-axis. She runs up and down. Now, she's going to tell you which way to move, up and down. Now, notice one thing I did though there. I purposely told you about the x-axis first, and then I told you about the y-axis. The reason I did that is because there is an order to using ordered pairs. So when I call them ordered pairs, it is not by chance that I use that word. Okay? So those pairs have to be ordered in order for us to get to our destination on this map called a coordinate plane. Now, let's go ahead and talk about how we're going to follow this map. We're following this map because, well, let's see. I'll show you exactly what the map will look like when we have them put together. All right, there's our XY coordinate plane that we're going to just hop around on to get to our destinations, which are where our ordered pairs are located. So I know all this sounds a little wonky at first, but stick with me. I'm going to get you there. So again, the x-axis is always first and always moved to first. And then we go to our y-axis, just like when you have your alphabet, right? When you say your ABCs, we start with A and we move all the way to Z, right? A, B, C, blah, 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 until we get to Z, right? So same thing here. We've got some letters in between here, and those are X, then Y. We don't say A, B, C, D, F, G, blah, 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 and then Y, X, Z. That's just not it. It's X, Y, Z. And here is how our ordered pair is formed. So our ordered pairs is formed from this coordinate plane map. But it's a pair that's in parentheses. You're with me? Stay with me. That pair is in parentheses, our X and our Y. Our X is always the first number. And then it's always followed by the last number, which is our Y. So we're going to have some orange number X that tells us how to move left and right, followed by a green number, which is our Y value, telling us how far from the X to move up and down. So everything is ordered. X goes first, Y goes last. Just like at your house, there's a certain order of things. Your parents are the boss and you fall in line. So you follow your parents. Y follows X. X is always first. Matter of fact, these parentheses are a lot like a house here. So the parentheses house our X, Y values. So stay with me. Our parentheses are housing our X, Y values. So with that amount of information known, we are ready to move on to actually using numbers in our ordered pairs to get to their house. So we're going to use our map, our coordinate plane. Let's get our map up here. We're using our map, which is our coordinate plane. Here she comes. There we are. We're using this map of the coordinate plane. To get us where we're trying to go. All right. Now, let's choose a number's house to go to, okay? So here's our ordered pair. We're going to plot the ordered pair. Let's see, which ordered pair do we want to plot? Let's try a 1, 2. Now, notice I've got a 1, 2. This is the house we're going to. Well, this ordered pair gives us directions to their house. So we're going to plot this ordered pair. We've got an X value written first always. That's how I know it's X, because it's written first. And the Y value is 2. So again, our X, Y over here. So according to this, I'm going to look at my X-axis first, because when we're talking about order, X comes before Y. Looking at my X-axis, I'm going to find the value of 1. Where's that value? Oh, here's my 1 on the X-axis. Not too bad. Now, from that 1 on the X-axis, I'm literally standing on this X-axis. I've got a value of 2. Now, this 2 is positive. That 2 is positive. Now, since that 2 is positive, that's telling me that I need to move up on the Y-axis, because Y tells me how to move up and down, correct? Y tells me how to move up and down. So from this X-axis where I was already standing, I've got to move up 1, 2 units. I'm standing right here beside the 2 on the Y-axis. That gives me my Y coordinate there. So I can go ahead and plot my point. There's my answer. My X, Y. And I can write it there. 1, 2. There is my final plotting point. I've arrived at the house of 1, 2, of the ordered pair 1, 2. It's just that easy. So I hope you enjoyed that example. There's lots more we could do. Let's talk about another one. I think we will. So we are not quite done. I think we can go a little bit further. So let's talk about the ordered pair. Let's try -4, 7. So -4, 7. Again, the first number is always coming from the y-axis. We're always going to the y-axis to locate that first number, because when I say y-axis, we're always going to the x-axis to locate the first number. So -4 here. Looking at this x-axis, we've got 0 right there, and we can go positive numbers that way, which we did before. We can go negative numbers here. Okay, here's my x is -4. From that -4, the y value tells me whether to go up or down. Since this is positive, then that means I need to go up 7 units. So from that -4, I'm going to go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There we are. There's my second point plotted on this coordinate plane. Do you see how the coordinate plane gives us a map to move according to the x and y values? And that's it. That's simple for plotting ordered pairs on this coordinate plane. Thank you for joining me on this mathematical journey to plotting ordered pairs. Have a great rest of your day. Bye.